Hey, what is up, you guys? BoltClan3117 back here again. We bring you guys another video. This one's going to be talking to you guys about how I think the new Pennywise should sound, how I think he should talk in the upcoming adaptation for Stephen King's It. Now, we've seen two trailers now, and the first one was a teaser trailer. The second one was really just a clip with some extended footage that we saw at the MTV Movie Awards. But in both of those trailers, I guess you could call them, we didn't see, or rather, we didn't hear Pennywise talk in either of them. So it has some people wondering, is the studio scared of how he sounds, or do they just want to save it for people in the theaters? But then at the same time, how can you not have Pennywise talk in one of the trailers? At least something. Maybe just a little bit of his dialogue with Georgie at the very least, so you don't give too much away. But I think we have to hear him soon. And that also begs the question, well, what does he sound like? How's he gonna talk? And I have two different ways we can take this. First off, which I think is the more likely, is that Pennywise could have this like really almost demon-like, devilish type of voice, because you think of Pennywise in terms of the way he talks to the children that he lures in. With some of them, he's very mean, and with others, he's very manipulative, and that's of course because he looks like a normal clown. So that's how he brings in, that's how he lures in some of the kids. And of course, this Pennywise doesn't look, like someone you want to be talking to in the first place. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe he could have, like I said, almost like this snake in the grass type of, mentality. Like I said, this devilish type of voice where you can just make him sound downright terrifying. Because I mean, if you look at the costume alone, I mean, he looks considerably more terrifying to me, at least, than Tim Curry's Pennywise. He just looks like a normal clown that you would have at I don't know, a children's birthday party. So I think, and it even makes more sense, especially with us hearing from Bill Skarsgard himself, who's the actor playing the new Pennywise, um, saying that he made child extras cry on set. I mean, he was also saying that he would act really weird when he was in full makeup, and he would want to stay in character, which is great. That as horrible as it makes me sound, I think it's great that he did make these child actors cry on set, because that means he's doing his job. That means that he's scary. That means that a new generation of kids is going to grow up scared of Pennywise, like a lot of us were, back in the '90s, and for me, early 2000s when I first was introduced to the 1990 miniseries. So I think this is probably the direction they're going to go in, where he sounds almost a little more like unsettling, and he sounds a little more just scary in general. And I think that's where they're going to go with it. And another little thing that I want to touch up upon, just to add into that, is that I think, okay, I know this, granted, this doesn't happen in the novel, and this isn't, of course, in the 1990 miniseries as well, but I think with this Pennywise, to make it stand out even a bit more, and I'm not saying you have to do this a lot, I'm saying maybe you just do this once, maybe twice throughout the film, you can have the new Pennywise speak in Swedish. Because not only is that achievable, because Bill Skarsgård is Swedish himself, I think that would be very, very, unsettling. That'd be very, hair sticking up on the back of your spine type of deal. Like, I think that he could pull that off. And if you've ever heard anyone, I'm not trying to offend anyone here, but if you've ever heard someone speak in Swedish, I think that's a type of language where if someone's trying to be scary in that type of language, it can come off very, very, very creepy like. And I think that, once or twice wouldn't hurt the film, and it wouldn't hurt the character, and it wouldn't be disrespectful to the novel. I think it could do that, and I think that it'd make him, stand out even more so than Tim Curry's version. Um, with that being said, another route that I think they could take, which is probably less likely, but just an idea that I've gotten just by looking at the Pennywise from some photos and from the trailers, is that you could have him speak in almost like this very sneaky, mischievous, almost childlike type of way, because if you look at this picture of Pennywise, which is just a screenshot from a very small snippet from the trailer, you look at him and he almost looks like this, like he almost looks like playful here, like he's having a lot of fun, torturing these kids and causing them serious psychological harm. It looks like he's enjoying himself, almost like, like a playful kid, has fun when they're doing something they enjoy. And it makes almost a little bit of sense. I mean, you look at, like I said, you look at this photo, and if you just consider the fact that Bill Skarsgard's playing a very, very younger looking Pennywise. I mean, just look at this Pennywise and go back and look at photos of Tim Curry's Pennywise. And Tim Curry was in his 40s when he took on the role of Pennywise. Bill Skarsgard is 26 right now. So obviously he looks a lot younger. I think this is certainly a way they could go with it. And if you, one thing that almost could back this up is if you listen to, I'm gonna play you guys a part of the trailer. You listen to Pennywise and how he has this almost like childlike, sinister giggle.
She's still here.
Now, first off, that's pretty creepy. But second, yeah, that's just my thoughts on the two different versions that they can go with here. I'm thinking the first one, like I said, we're just having him be more menacing and a snake in the grass, devilish, terrifying, maybe a little bit of Swedish talk in there. I think that's probably the more accurate way to go, and I think that's where they are going. But I was just, pointing out some different ways they might be able to go with this. But one thing's for sure, and it's pretty evident in just the costume alone, is that they're making this Pennywise different. It's not going to be a complete carbon copy. It's not going to be Bill Skarsgard trying to, it's not going to be him trying to play Tim Curry's Pennywise. He's playing his own Pennywise, and I think that's a smart move, and I think that's the way you want to go with it, so you can, make the character his own and really run off with it. No pun intended. But yeah, so if you guys have any thoughts, if you agree with me, disagree with me, let me know in the comment section below. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys about Pennywise or the Losers Club or just Stephen King's It in general, really. And if you like what you've seen here, and if you want to see more videos about Pennywise and Stephen King's It, or feature horror movies like, I don't know, Annabelle Creation, things like that. If you like scary stuff, maybe even some scary stories that you might want to check out on my channel, then go ahead and leave me a subscribe. I'll be putting out videos weekly, and next week I'll be putting up a video, unless something comes up, I'll be putting up a video about the new Predator movie that's coming out in 2018. So, with that being said, this is BullClown3117, signing off.